If you're like me, you'll probably love New Year's resolution. The excitement of buying new planner, write down yearly goals, gives you hope and motivation for the future until when February comes, you realize you haven't really followed through much. By the time summer comes, you already forgot most of your goals. Year after year, you'll start questioning about yourself, doubting yourself, and wondering if you are just that kind of person that couldn't follow through or just simply lazy. If this is you, this video is for you. But first, I want to make sure that you know you are not lazy. You're just simply haven't found the right path to make your resolution stick yet. People often sending me message about things like, I admire your consistency and how can you focus on your goals so much and then do so much. But trust me, it took me years of trying and then gradually start figuring out a planning system that can help me stay more consistent than the past. In this video, I'm going to bring you along and then plan with me, and then also showing you the method that I use, that I learned from trial and error throughout the years, as well as most importantly from my breaking through last year. Stick till the end so I can share with you how I structure and plan my entire 2020 in order to keep my resolution stick. And then maybe in that way you can apply it to your own plan as well. By the way, I think I'm going to call this New Year resolution planning method the turtle method. Before we are making any kind of planning, the very first thing we should do is always self-reflection. In this case, it will be the reflection of the last year. So this step is very important because of at least two reasons. Number one, it's an opportunity to learn from last year's mistake so you can apply something new, something different to improve your yearly achievement. Number two, and this is how you build confidence to get yourself started on the right foot, start on the right momentum. Instead of indulging yourself in your mistakes and thinking negatively about yourself, it's very important to acknowledge your past achievements. Even are just those small ones, they can be your stepping stone to move forward in a healthy mindset. I'm using my Hobonichi planner as usual, and before the daily page starts, there's a session where I use to reflect last year as well as write my yearly goals. 2022 reflection, the wins. Released my first feature film in the United States. Signed an international agent. Joined the 25th Year's Dances with Film Festival programming team. Hosted a film festival screening. Traveled for film festivals and meet my filmmaker friends all over the country. Got promoted at my day job. Went on a writing trip. Finally went on a vacation in 5 years. And the most important one, the one I feel the most proud and teach me a huge lesson, is completed 100 days writing challenge and finally built a writing habit that's unbreakable. So I'll share things I learned from the past as a summary at the end of this video, so make sure to stick around. Many things I want to achieve, I couldn't get them done. But the thing I feel proud the most is that I'm able to move forward on my new screenplay and writing daily with ease. It has become a true habit, a part of me, and I have been having this goal since 2018, tried for years and failed every single year. And here is where I learned the lesson. Slow and steady really will help you win the race, but the question is, how to make it work and how to make it stick. In the past, I've been trying to build so many different kind of habits all at once, or I trying to complete a screenplay or finish a project too fast. In the end, I end up did nothing because I was completely overwhelmed by my appetite. There's an old Chinese saying, I'm not sure if I translate correctly, but it goes like, don't try to gain weight with one huge bite. You will only choke yourself. So I tried for years and failed over and over. Now, how did I do it this time? What did I do differently? After I went on my writing trip in September, I felt that I really had enough of a struggle with I used to call lack of consistency or laziness. And then when I was back home, I decided to only focus on the one very most important things to me, which is writing. I can still do other projects and other things, but they cannot be priority. So I promised myself I'm going to write 1 hour a day, and then if I'm not really feeling motivated, I can do at the minimum 30 minutes a day, and if I feel motivated, I can do a little bit more on that day. The reason I said 100 days is because people always saying 21 days build a habit, but that never worked for me. I think it depends on the person as well as the kind of habits you're trying to build, and then you know yourself the best. So I decide to go as long as I can. 100 days would be a good number to start, and I'll keep going until I feel the habit is going to stick and see how long it's gonna take. For me, it took me around 80 days-ish to finally feel daily writing becomes natural to me. But in the beginning, it was very difficult. Every morning before I go to day job, I woke up trying to write, and then I really feel dreadful. An hour feels really long. Sometimes I just let myself do a little bit less, 5 minutes less, 10 minutes less. The key here is to be consistent and be compassionate towards myself. For the time I'm sitting there, I will not allow myself to do anything unrelated to my writing. I can think about my story, I can research, and I can read about story development, etc. as long as it's writing related. When you make the time and the space for that one thing, you will resist in the beginning since your brain is not wired for that yet. But slowly, your mind will start understand and then get used to what is this time was carved out for, and then start making progress. Sometimes I even just commit myself for the time to be there and then sit there staring at a blank page for an hour. And then that's okay too. And gradually I start finding myself writing proactively, and sometimes 1 hour feels not enough. Slowly I start realize that the project that I'm working on has been making a lot of progress already. The goal is to not break the chain. Even if the sacrifice is cut down to half hour, that's totally okay. After 100 days complete, I only want to keep going and then finish the script. And then right now I'm at about 1.5 hours each day, and I feel comfortable with that. Each time when I feel comfortable with a time length, I start adding like 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and I will try to stay around that length for a period of time until I feel comfortable. And then there are days you will feel a little bit too long, and then I just went back, cut down 10 minutes, things like that, and then that's totally okay too. It's like going to the gym. You add weight and then stretch yourself slowly until you feel comfortable. So the next question is, how can I implement this to achieve more goals for this year's New Year's resolution? This is how I do it, since I know by using daily habit to help me achieve goals worked really well for me, and it takes about 3 months for me to feel comfortable with the new habit. I'm going to break down the year to 4 different seasons, and then each quarter I'm going to only focus on one goal. So in total, I will set up 4 achievement goals, and I will assign each goal a daily habit in order to achieve it. I'm only going to focus on one habit at a time. So for example, writing. Instead of thinking I'm going to write 5 pages a day, or I'm going to write 2,000 words a day, maybe just simply start with 30 minutes a day, 7 days a week, and then believe me, it will add up faster than you think. That's why I call it the turtle method. In my case, the first thing, I already have my daily writing habit, so I'm going to keep the 1.5 hour for now, and then add 5 minutes each time whenever I feel comfortable. Next is time to set up my 4 achievement goals. So to make sure we're on the same page, those goals maybe will sound a little bit long and confusing to you, but it's only for me to understand. The key is to make sure it's measurable actionable, and it's only require one single focus. Number 1, make 52 long-form YouTube videos. 1 per week, improve the quality, hit 4,000 watch time. Number 2, release 1 side project online with updated website. Number 3, finish current script, outline the next one, and then use them, enter 10 screenwriting contests and then fellowships. Number 4, pass the French Level 2 exam. The next, set up 4 different habit goals that accommodates the 4 achievement goals. In the first quarter, I'll spend the 3 months to build a routine to make YouTube consistently. Focus on finding the best time for me to making YouTube videos. The goal is to not running out of ideas and not rushing out video at the last minute. In the second quarter, find the daily time and the energy for the side project. In the third quarter, keep daily writing with improvement on English skills. In the fourth quarter, spend X amount of time, it's undecided yet, for my French study. Each month, I'm only going to focus on one thing on top of what I already built. And the one thing I'm focusing on will help one of my achievement goals move forward. Don't focus on the end goal only. More focus on showing up each day for X amount of time that you set for yourself. So this is my achievement goal and the habit goal. Outside of my achievement goal and the habit goal, I will also have my consuming goal. And then this thing make me feel so excited every single year. The first goal will be reading 12 books. I cut it down and I'm going to focus on slow reading. And I'll dedicate another video about the books I picked for the year. And if you're interested in this kind of content, remember to subscribe. And then my second consuming goal is, of course, film. And I'll be watching 100 films for this year. And also, I will have rejuvenation goals because I want to learn to slow down and then taking care of myself. My first goal is to have 4 planned travel, at least 1 long vacation. And the second is plan my own potato. I really want to grow potatoes in my backyard. I love potatoes. And then that can help me to slow down and engage and appreciate nature. Okay, so this is my New Year planning using the turtle method. To summarize, first, creating habit goals that reflects your achievement goals. Second, the end goal is just an aim, focusing on the habit instead of the end goal. Third, giving yourself enough time to really build the habit. Fourth, starting small and then be compassionate towards yourself. Reward yourself for just showing up. Fifth, building one habit, focusing on one goal at a time. And then the last, don't break the chain. Even that means only showing up for 10 minutes. And that's okay. I will share more monthly and weekly planning video in the future, but if you cannot wait, you can watch my previous planning video by clicking here. And thank you so much for watching. Be patient, be present, stay creative. I'll see you next week. Bye. Bye.